for sharing with us about your journey. And we certainly wish you a very happy retirement. I know that God is, He's got great things in store for you and for Dr. Rovina.
Yes. I just want to say, Sister Rochelle, I said this at one point in time, and I said it recently again. Retirement just means putting on new tires. I am not hoping that this is the end all of my ministry. I'm looking forward to and getting around and visiting with our churches, even in the Fami Islands, to encourage them. I'm not holding any position, but my ministry does not end, and I believe that God is going to help me to be a blessing again somewhere to someone and encourage someone to be strong in the Lord and the power of His might. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm constantly praying for those of you who are in active ministry and those who are serving, and to encourage you to know that there are greater things ahead. We look forward to the younger and stronger generation now to move this work forward so that the work of the Lord will continue here in our Commonwealth of Bahamas. Yes, sir. And I want to thank you and the radio and television ministry with whom I've worked for a number of years for your faithfulness and all that you've done over these years to take the gospel to the nation and around the world now, because when you're doing these local programs, they reach the world. And I want to say, continue to be faithful, continue to serve, and regardless of what comes your way, hang in there, resist the devil, and he'll flee.
In Harbour Island, North Minnesota, I'm Charles Fisher. This is ZNS.
Welcome to What's Trending, the show keeping you in the know with all that's happening in lifestyle and entertainment. I'm your host, Jiminita Swain, filling in for Stacey Campbell-Marshall. All eyes are on the United States presidential election that's just hours away. Everyone will be closely watching the outcome. That is whether former President Donald Trump or current Vice President Kamala Harris will be the next president. Both are on the final leg of their campaigns, as more than 50% of the expected ballots have been cast through early voting. With more than 78 million people having voted already, the polls remain close. Well, Rolls-Royce has created a one-of-a-kind car in honor of the 60th anniversary of the James Bond movie Goldfinger with bespoke gadgets. The new model is gold standard all the way, and get this, there is already an owner for the historic vehicle. The project took 3 years to complete and was built in Goodwood, Southern England. The client was given the honor of pushing the button that sent the vehicle off to be painted in the familiar two-tone yellow and black. Fancy getting your hands on a similar bespoke car? Well, it certainly won't be cheap. Rolls-Royce still won't comment on exactly how much the project cost. And legendary music titan Quincy Jones is dead. He's worked with many of the greats, adding his composing and musical talents, collaborating with Frank Sinatra, Ray Charles, and Michael Jackson. In fact, he produced Jackson's historic Thriller album. According to Jones's publicist, Arnold Robinson, Jones died Sunday at his home in Bel Air, California, surrounded by his family. He was 91. Jones was slated to receive an honorary Academy Award later this month. On today's show, learn more about the local film industry and how you can become a part of it. Also, meet a guest who's impacting the lives of young Bahamians, and you don't want to miss out on our food for thought. This and so much more after the break.
Tourism today, Bahamas tourism today.
After her hotel recently won 2 international awards, Director of Graycliff Hotel and Restaurant, Roberta Garzaroli, told us what these latest accomplishments mean for this storied establishment.
Wine Spectator Grand Award we've won since 1988. We were one of the first establishment in the outside of the U.S. to win a Grand Award. So we're very proud of that. And then, you know, our second Great Wine Award is from the World of Fine Wine, and we won 6 different categories, again, for the second year in a row. And last year, we also won Global for our spirits list. So the leading hotel in the Bahamas, we've won for 15 plus years now. So it's a great honor. You know, we're an historic establishment. We have 16 guest rooms. You know, we offer an experience where people feel like they're home. It's not one of the big hotels. You're part of our house. You're part of our, you know, the staff becomes your family, where we all welcome guests with open arms. So it's a different kind of hotel experience. It's similar, you know, probably if you're going to the Family Islands, you get the similar experience, whereas in Nassau, you may not get that here. So we are very proud. We are looking forward to welcoming many more, not just, you know, tourists, but also Bahamians. You know, we're here, we're welcoming. We hope that more Bahamians patronize not just our business, but also a lot of, you know, tourism entities. This is your country. You should do a daycation or a staycation. You know, enjoy the beautiful Bahamas.
For more tourism updates, visit tourismtoday.bahamas.com. I'm Michael Miller, and this is Tourism Today.
Thanks for staying with us. People who are making a difference in society are often referred to as change makers or community leaders. These individuals are dedicated to creating a positive impact through volunteering, spearheading innovative projects, or simply supporting others in need. Our next guest, Keishanese Hannah, fits right into the category as she touches many lives through various projects. Keishanese, good evening and welcome to What's Trending. So talk to us about how you got started and are making a difference.
Hello, and it's a pleasure to be here. So Kay's Heart really started from me realizing there was a need throughout the community. Persons would have reached out during my tenure as community president. Persons from all around Nassau reached out, and I realized we had a need. And I spoke with a few colleagues, and I advised them of what it was that I wanted to do. And of course, they were more than willing to come and assist. We started having various giveaways throughout the year, and it has just grown since then, you know, through word of mouth and different forms of advertisement. So as of the last 2 years, we would have had 4 major events. This year, we would have had our Easter clothing and food giveaway. We also would have had our back to school giveaway and youth conference, which went extremely well. We had a house full at St. Agnes Anglican Church, and the children were indeed thrilled with all of the various speakers and the topics. So they are definitely looking forward to more. And right now we have a toy drive that is happening, because come December 14th, we will be having a Christmas concert and toy giveaway. So there has been a whole lot. We also would have adopted a government high school, as well as one of the children's homes. So on I would say a weekly basis, we assist single parent homes as best as we can with.
And Kay's Heart is a non-profit.
Kay's Heart is a non-profit organization, yes.
And you've referenced 2 years. That's how long you've been in existence, or you've been around a little bit longer?
We have been in existence a little bit longer, but we became official last year.
Now, I know that you are keeping busy. So you mentioned earlier on you work with the children's home, you work with the government school. Talk to us about specifically some of the things that you do as it relates to the children's home and the other.
Sure. So we would visit the home. Right now, the home where we would attend is currently under renovation. So we've not been able to visit in a few months. However, we still make various donations as best as we can to the home, as we know there's still a need despite the renovation happening. And with regards to the government school, on a quarterly basis, we would donate toiletries.
And that's very important. But you also find time to serve as president of your neighborhood community watch. Talk to us about some of the projects that you were responsible for with
During
that.
my tenure, I'm the former neighborhood watch president, but during my tenure, I had the privilege of having CCTVs installed throughout the various corners, which was successful in terms of if there were any kind of criminal activities happening, the police are always able to request footage. So that would have helped a whole lot, and it also brought about community camaraderie.
Now, we know social media is another big area that you work along with. Talk to us a little bit about some of the projects or initiatives that you activate through your social media outreach.
So everything that's happening with Kay's Heart can be found on our social media outlets. Right now, we do have various handles, such as Facebook. We also have TikTok and Instagram. So you're more than welcome to check us out and follow us. And as best as you can, your support is greatly appreciated, because we need as much support as possible. There's a great need in the country, and we want to make a difference in the lives of our children.
Now, obviously, most projects or events start off as an idea. For you as an individual, what sparked or inspired you to say, hey, I'm going to create Kay's Heart, this is what we're going to do? And it seems like from whatever that initial idea was, you've been able to mushroom it into so many different aspects. So what was that key thing for you to say, you know what, this is what I'm going to do to make a difference?
So I've always been involved in the lives of children, and I've always been passionate about seeing them have a successful adulthood and also a memorable childhood. And looking at the need, I knew that I needed to be the person to make a difference. I couldn't wait on another person to say, okay, let them do it. And I also knew that it takes a village to raise children. It's not something that you can single-handedly do, but everyone has to be involved. And with that information, I took it as a need to get this done. And even in terms of visiting the homes, to see the joys on the children's faces, knowing that we're coming to spend time with them and not just take photos, but actually learning their names, learning their likes, and what it is that they want to do when they become adults. All of that brings joy to my heart, knowing that I'm making a significant difference in the lives of our children. And even when I look around at the crime rate in our country, I know that if there are more children feeling loved, feeling welcome, feeling that they're not forgotten, that you will see a great improvement within our society.
And talk to us finally about your future plans. I think you referenced an upcoming toy drive that's next month.
Yes, so we do have a toy drive that's coming up. As I mentioned, we do not want to leave any child out. The Christmas concert is welcome to all families. It is going to be a family event where we will have various artists, different activities in terms of music, dance, poetry. We'll have caroling, the works, all that's going to help to bring a lighter, more joyful end of year.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kay Shanice, for joining us here on What's Trending today. Good luck to you in all of your projects and future endeavors.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you again. You're watching What's Trending. We'll be right back just after this short break.
JBI.
We've come to appreciate the JBI product. Simply doesn't matter where they're staged or where they're located. We always realize that JBI has the best pricing and the best quality of food. In particular, my favorite is corned beef. I was a hometown boy. So if I can purchase anything, it can be this JBI corned beef straight through.
As you get a bit older, you become more discriminating and what you put in your bodies. And all of this is natural stuff. So I am happy to promote the Junkanoo Punch.
I actually compared it to a couple of brands, and this is the one of choice. This one, this the can't fail brand. So.
Fried JBI.
Happy 30th anniversary, JBI.
Happy 30th anniversary to JBI.
Thank you, Bahamas.
Just what is it that you want to do?
And we want to have a good time.
We want to be free to do what we want to do.
Got termites and need to get rid of them fast, trust Rentokil Initial. With over 60 years experience in the Bahamas, the global brand, training, and expertise can't be beat. Only Rentokil Initial gives you a 3-year warranty and payment plan options on termite fumigation. No one can match the range of treatments we offer, such as fumigation, pre-construction treatments, termite monitoring, and more. No matter where you are in the Bahamas, we will come to you. When it comes to complete termite eradication, there's only one name, Rentokil Initial.
Thanks for staying with us. The Bahamas International Film Festival is committed to celebrating the art of independent filmmaking. Now, in its 19th year, the aim remains the same: to showcase emerging filmmakers, bring together film enthusiasts, and create a platform for networking among industry professionals. Now, in studio with us is founder and executive director of BIF, Miss Leslie Vanderbilt. Welcome to What's Trending, Leslie.
Thank you very much for welcoming me. It's a lovely show. Congratulations.
Thank you. Now, Leslie, your organization has been around for 19 years. Tell us what's on tap for the 2024 edition of BIF.
Well, we have about 10 to 12 Bahamian films. We're opening it with Peanuts Taylor's documentary, They Call Me Peanuts. And we're closing with a film called Old Guy, which is a film from London and US. And so, but in between, we have so many incredible films that are from the country, from the Bahamas, and we have, we're going to Rock Sound and Harbor Island after our event here in Nassau. Our event in Nassau is from the 13th to the 17th, and then from the 18th to the 19th in Rock Sound, and from the 20th to the 22nd in Harbor Island. And we're really excited to be sponsored by Bahamar, and as our premier sponsor. So everything in Nassau is going to take place at Bahamar.
Okay.
We have incredible panel discussions. We're bringing in the Hollywood, the who's who in the industry, literally. We have panels on film festival mastery, like how does somebody get into the film festival world, and because there's a strategy. And we have panels on incentives and rebates. We've invited the Association of Film Commissions International, senior vice president, who actually is responsible for all film commissions around the world, to engage in conversations on how we need to set our policies for rebates and incentives for runaway productions to come to the Bahamas to make film. We are honored to have a panel on development and production that we have invited Netflix, the Senior Vice President of Film from Netflix, who will be in attendance, as well as Amazon, MGM, to be here on a panel, a master class. Sorry, as a panel. In terms of a master class, we have master class on acting and also directing. So anybody who's interested in filmmaking, they should come to the Bahamas International Film Festival, because what a film festival is, it's like a conference So you have the opportunity to sit in a dark room and see film after film after film.
And how many films do you have that you're going to be showing?
About 40 plus.
And how many from the Bahamas or from what are some of the countries that are going to be featured?
There's Canada, US, Japan, China, Macedonia, Jamaica.
And what are some of the features or themes of some of these films? Because I know sometimes you have the longs and the shorts, but it's just films, documentaries. I mean,
we have 15 feature films, and the rest are short films. And it's really important for us to just celebrate cinema, as well as celebrate our legends. And as I mentioned, our opening night film is about Peanuts Taylor.
Well, Biff, in its 19th year, just short of 2 decades, continue to do well, Leslie, and all the best in the upcoming
Thank you very much.
Film Festival.
So I really look forward to seeing everybody at the Bahamas International Film Festival, November 13th to the 17th in Nassau. And then in Harbor Island, in Rock Sound or Eleuthera from the 18th and the 19th, and Harbor Island from the 20th to the 22nd.
You're watching What's Trending. We have so much more just after the break.
You could catch more fish than me?
You know what my uncle is saying? My uncle used to catch 30 fish in 30 minutes.
My granddaddy used to catch 30 shark in an hour, and he was in a dinghy boat. Talk that.
Well, my uncle used to catch 70 lobsters barefoot.
You know Jonah from the Bible?
Yeah.
My great-great-great-granddaddy went fishing with him to catch a sea whale would swallow him. Talk that. That's how I know I getting a piece of this $50,000 that the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources giving away at this award show.
You mean the Anchor Awards, right?
Yep. And you know what? The Anchor Awards is honor all of the legends of the sea from all over the Bahamas. November 16th at 7 p.m. and it all goes down at Bahama Convention Center. And tickets is only $50 so.
Well, that's on you, because I got some.
Give me my slippers, please. I ain't gonna win none of this money.
Leah's got this week's Food for Thought.
Hey there, welcome to Food for Thought, your go-to segment for the freshest updates straight from the Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources. I'm Leah Cooper, and I'm so excited you're here with us today. Let's dive into what's trending. As we all know, food security has become a major topic around the world, but there's an even broader concept that's crucial for us here in the Bahamas: food sovereignty. Today, we have an important conversation lined up with Mr. Dion Gibson, our nation's Director of Agriculture, who will shed light on the difference between food security and food sovereignty, and what we as Bahamians can do to work toward a future where we are not just safe from shortages, but truly self-reliant. Join us as we explore the steps we can take as a community to build a resilient, sustainable food system rooted in our own resources and traditions. Welcome, Mr. Dion Gibson.
Thank you.
All right, and you recently made a point at a Rotary meeting about food sovereignty, and a lot of people, there are a lot of discussions surrounding food security and how the country needs to be more food secure. Could you tell us what the difference is?
So food security really speaks to the availability of food in the country, the accessibility of food to the general populace to support a healthy and active life. Food sovereignty speaks to individuals' ability to choose their food, to control what food they consume, and to ensure that there is fair trade in the food systems, food availability, as well as environmental. If you look at the root of the word sovereign or sovereignty, it talks about self-control. And so being able to manage, control that whether it's imported or locally produced, but food sovereignty also promotes local production and local consumption.
All right. And what can Bahamians do to ensure that we are more food sovereign?
So some of the ways we can really ensure our own food sovereignty is to support the local farmers, to look for what's out there, to ensure that they're getting fair buying for their buck, that it's competitive with what anything that may be imported is sold for, but also fair in the sense that it's relative to cost of production. Sometimes we complain that locally grown produce or food products are more expensive. However, we have to take into account what the cost of production is for these items, and that we cannot compete with the production costs of, say, of Venezuela or even the United States, who energy is cheaper for them, labor is cheaper for them. And so if we continue to support our local farmers, they can build their business, and not just farmers, agri-processors, those who sell juices, jams, and jellies. These products are all food items. So we support them, they have greater sales, so therefore they can kind of invest more to make their production a bit more cost efficient.
Now, I know the cry of a lot of Bahamians is that they don't know where to start or where to purchase locally grown produce. We have a lot of calls coming in to the Ministry of Agriculture inquiring about those things. So as a director, could you tell us where we can find them?
So I always tell persons to start at the farmers markets or ask around. There are farmers on every island who will generally are more than happy to welcome someone to their farm, to show them what they have to sell, what they have. And so I think that's one good place to start. Sometimes just going in the food store, pepper sauces, right? I go to the pepper sauce aisle and I buy only locally made pepper sauces. Just looking at a label can tell you this is a product of the Bahamas. Jams and jellies are other regularly available items in the food stores from Bahamians. Sometimes there's the Abaco Big Bird. So you have to be an active shopper seeking it. Sometimes even asking the shelf packers, hey, do you have any Bahamian products along these lines? And they should be able to inform you. But I think the best place to start is finding farmers. At the department, we do have a list of farmers. If you go to the department's office at any of our 8 offices across the country, they would know who the farmers are, who have various items, and whether it be meat or produce or jams and jellies or any other agri-produce or processed item. And so just inquiring, if it's something that you really are serious about doing, I think you'll find it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Gibson. Now we're all well aware of where we can get our locally grown products. So that is a wrap for this bite-sized edition for Food for Thought. Stay tuned for more updates on what's growing, what's catching, and what's making waves in agriculture and marine resources. Until next time, I'm Leah Cooper. Remember to keep your plates full of fresh ideas.
Today is Monday, and to keep us in the know, the Bahama Beauty is in studio to give us a rundown of what's been happening on social media.
I'm the Bahama Beauty, and here's what's the buzz for this week. MLB season may be over, but that's not stopping Jazz Chisholm from trying to hit a home run. The all-star third baseman took a swing at rapper Lotto via X this weekend, posting, "Lotto, you might be the most beautiful person I've seen in person in a long time." He followed up with, "If y'all seen her walk past me the way I did?" Now, Lotto has yet to acknowledge the viral post, but Bahamians are definitely giving it some extra push to hopefully make it to her side of the timeline. This user agreeing, "I with you on that one, Jazz. Lotto is that vibe for real." We will definitely stay tuned to how this plays out. Keep me in the know and shoot me a DM on Instagram at @TheBahamaBeauty_ if you see this pair on a date anytime soon.
Chisholm pulls up three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good!
We all know Bahamians are no stranger to the big screen, especially Sienna Evans. The 2021 Miss Bahamas World made her debut on season 10 of the Bravo reality TV series Southern Charm. Sienna is introduced as Shep's new girlfriend, who he is absolutely head over heels for, as he should. However, the other castmates don't seem too keen about this, as they can be seen in the trailer making snarky remarks about Evans. I know one thing, the 242 will be 10 toes down behind Sienna, and we've got our favorite three-letter word locked and loaded to flood the comments come 9 p.m. on December 5th. I don't know what was in the water recently, but the stars were out and in the gym shooting. After news of Jennifer Lopez's recent split from Ben Affleck, Miami Heat player Jimmy Butler did not hesitate to try his hand at being the rebound after she posted this video.
See how I do this when I drink from the bottle? Very demure.
We have all the flavors.
Very mindful. I don't just chug it. I just don't, just like all the way down, just little.
Butler commented, "Would it be too modest of you to respond to my DM?" The singer replied, "Do you have a ring?" Ouch. No championship ring, no wedding ring. Looks like Jimmy will be staying lonely a little bit longer.
Tomorrow is the big day. We are finally going to find out who will be the next president of the United States. Jimmy, I feel like this could be a hot one.
It's been big and it's been long.
Yes, it really has. So I think I can leave work early because I need to have my table spread out in my silk pajamas, my table spread out with all my snacks. What you have on your
I can need some popcorn because it can be a movie. It can be a movie. And you get another hour. So ain't no excuse. You ain't need to go to bed early.
No.
I want all the results.
I need my buffalo wings. I need my ranch dip. I can skip the popcorn and replace that with chips.
Oh,
because
always good.
I definitely need my snacks to stay up all night. I can need that extra hour for when these results come in, because I think it could be a while. I don't think we can get anything immediately.
I don't know. 50% of the population already voted early.
Americans tricky, you know. You can't trust them. You can't trust them.
Boy.
They're very tricky.
Well, anyway, the world is going to be watching.
Yes, including me.
And I know you've been loving your extra hour you've been getting.
You know that. Child, I've been finally coming to work all refreshed and thing. I've been getting up before my alarm. This is unheard of.
You want to rush?
No. Taking my time.
Look at God.
Amen.
Won't he do it?
No. Hey.